So, today we're going to be talking about how to stay focused. Focus is an attribute, a skill that one can always improve. And the way you should see it is like a muscle. You have to see it as a muscle, something that you can improve. And like a muscle, you can train it, right? Exactly like you train a normal muscle on the body part. Put a little bit of stress, you rest, you let it recover, and then you repeat the process. Put a little bit more stress, and as such, it improves. So, in this case, in order to build your focus, it's good to pick a task that you want to achieve. And you have to decide to focus on it for a select period of time. It can be 2, 5, or 7 minutes of focus. However, it all depends on how much you've worked on that focused skill. Your ability to focus under a certain period of time. If you're someone who frequently works under a certain period of time, whereby you are strictly focused on achieving and completing that task, then you can increase the time that you begin with. Perhaps 20 minutes, or perhaps 30 minutes. Right? That all depends on where you are in terms of your ability to focus under a certain period of time. Now, the general idea in order to improve this is you focus for 5 minutes, for example, on the task you're trying to achieve. You pick a task, you focus on it for 5 minutes, then you rest for 2 or 3 minutes, you repeat it again, 5 minutes of focus, rest 2 minutes, 5 minutes of focus, rest 2 minutes, until you're able to achieve it and you're able to focus strictly on that task without getting distracted. Because during this time you're trying to build the muscle of focus, it's very easy to get distracted, isn't it? You might be trying to improve that certain kind of ability to focus, and you get distracted by your surrounding, or it can be that your phone rings, or it could be that you forgot to do something, or that something comes up, something unexpected decides to come up. But at that moment, you gotta sit down, you gotta focus, or stand. This is all about trying to understand the aspect of how focus works and how to improve it. You improve it over time by working on it. As you can focus for 5 minutes without any kind of distractions or anything distracting you at that point, you increase the time that you're supposed to focus on. So, you might begin with 5 minutes, 2 minutes rest, 5 minutes, 2 minutes of rest, 5 minutes, 2 minutes of rest. And then you might increase it to 7 minutes. That you're actively doing the task and focusing. As such, you continue until you're able to do 20 minutes, right? 30 minutes, 40, 50, an hour. Then if you want to, you can extend it up to 2 hours, 3 hours, depending on. But it's important to rest as well. Because like a muscle, it gets tired, so you need time to recover. So, a huge thing to increase performance is optimizing your environment. And what do I mean by optimizing your environment? Well, let's just say that there are a lot of things happening around you. There is always a new thing popping up, something that you need to do, right? You get all these ideas, but the main idea is that you focus strictly on that task. And you do what you can to make it easier for yourself. You don't want to make it harder. You want to make it easier. You want to make it easier. Because if you have all these distractions around you, it'll be difficult to focus on the task. You're only making it harder for yourself. Harder than it needs to be. Why would you want it to be harder? Why? So, you choose to try and optimize your environment in order to improve your performance and as such, improve your focus over time. There is a very, very, very interesting aspect about it. Because we constantly get distracted. It could be any kind of thing that draws our focus away, and we switch directly to it. Our attention. That is something you gotta get under control. Now, you can decide to approach this in any kind of way you see fit. However, optimizing your environment, deciding to set a timer for you to do and execute that task and be focused will help you as well. Right? As soon as the timer goes off, then you know that you've been able to perform under that specific period. But you were supposed to focus on the task, not anything else. Just that task. So if you're a student, this ability to focus will be extremely important for you. Studying for long periods of time before a test, or just to understand the material and pass the course in general. So the main thing, especially for students, it's difficult for them to sit down because we are in such an active society whereby information spreads very quickly. So to be able to sit down and try to focus might seem difficult at first. It might be. The main point here is to get started because your focus can improve, right? Your focus improves, you put in more effort, and you execute the task. It might take a little bit longer than you expected, but you're able to get focused. Not distracted. So for the student's case, it will be extremely important and very beneficial if they have the ability to focus over a long period of time. Now, students in general, they need to study for hours upon hours. But you don't have to make everything chunked up. You can cut it up. Separate the study sessions. Make them a little bit easier in order for you to digest the information in a proper manner. So that will be the key thing for the student. Now, for anyone who's at work or works a day job, that will be important as well. You get a task from the supervisor, so you gotta execute it. If you work alone, then you gotta be able to focus on what needs to be achieved there. What's the time limit? How do I get it done correctly? And then as quick as possible. This is especially important if you are aiming for that promotion, or if you want to gain trust for other co-workers to trust in your ability to perform. Or if you're new at work, it'll be important to be able to focus on the work that you're doing. And it doesn't have to be throughout. We're talking about high, intense, focused work for a short period of time, in bursts, where it's possible. Now, in general, that's not possible for all types of works, but for the works that it is possible, it makes a huge difference. The quality of work will be a lot better. If you're able to focus for a certain period of time, you work for 20 minutes, or perhaps you work for 30 minutes or 40 minutes, actively, focused, intensely, then you rest. For the amount of minutes you seem or deem possible, appropriate for you. Because we're all different in the end of the day, so that is something that one has to investigate. Try to understand, where am I at? So, if I am at level 1, what do I need to do in order to get to level 2? Because as a muscle, if you don't work at it, it will not be as efficient. If you don't work on a certain kind of skill, you eventually become a little bit worse at it over time. The same thing with the normal muscles that we have. If we don't actively use them as intensely as we were doing at our peak, then our body will naturally react and understand that we do not have a requirement to carry this much muscle. But the main concept here is to understand that in order for you to focus, you need to be able to optimize your environment. You need to set the task that you need to do, understand how to achieve it, and of course set a time limit for the focus work that you're doing. And then from there you can evaluate how well you were able to perform. And you continue. Progressively, you improve the difficulty, and as such, it becomes an improved skill. That is all.